What's up, everybody? Before we get into it with you guys today, we want you all on March 1st to come join C2 Wrestling here on YouTube as we watch live WWE's Elimination Chamber PLE, the last stop before WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. Can John Cena find his way to that WrestleMania to win his 17th World Championship? Who knows? But we want to hang out with you all when we find out if he can do it. So you got to stay subscribed. You got to have the notifications on with C2 Wrestling. How else would you know when we go live? Come here on March 1st to hang out with your boys and have some fun. Welcome to C2 Wrestling, the home of all things WWE pro wrestling related. You got Snowden here tonight, Monday Night Raw review underway. Before I get into it, I know that little clip before the video already told you, but I want to tell you again that this Saturday, March 1st, C2 Wrestling will be here live, reacting, reviewing, watching WWE's Elimination Chamber PLE. So be sure to hit that C2 Wrestling YouTube channel, subscribe, turn the notifications on so you know when we go live, and you'll know when we upload all sorts of videos outside of just that live show. So much content coming your guys' way. As for Monday Night Raw tonight, a couple things went down. Pretty decent episode, nothing too crazy. The go home show for this Saturday's Elimination Chamber, a lot of it is just kind of build to that. Couple things I do want to get into, and starting the show is where I want to start with Logan Paul. Comes out to the ring, cuts a little bit of a promo, interrupted by none other than Phil Brooks, CM Punk. And I love CM Punk. I want to see CM Punk on TV as much as I can. It doesn't matter what he's doing. I want CM Punk on TV. So I'm very glad that we got CM Punk here interrupting Logan Paul. But what I want to discuss is the potential of what this means. Now, obviously, both these guys are in the Elimination Chamber coming up on Saturday, and this very well could just be a little tit for tat between the two guys who maybe go at it a little bit in the chamber. Maybe it comes out to nothing, but there's a lot of discussion about what is going to be at WrestleMania this year. What matches, who faces who. There's so many avenues right now. And I don't think this is going to happen, but it is a possibility that we get Logan Paul versus CM Punk. And personally, again, I love CM Punk. I think Logan Paul is great. I think he's a great wrestler. I think he's great for the company. I think he's great for the business. But I do not need this match. Logan Paul versus CM Punk. Not to say it can't ever happen, but I just don't need it at WrestleMania, let alone this WrestleMania. I don't know. I don't know if I really ever need that one. CM Punk versus Logan Paul is not like peaking my lists of CM Punk matches or Logan Paul matches. I guess it'd be a fine match, don't get me wrong, but I think there's better avenues for both of these guys. So I really hope it is just kind of a tit for tat and something else goes down and ultimately these guys, they don't have to be best friends. Maybe they can have a little bit of a rivalry, but I don't know if I really need that match between the two of them. The promos itself between the two guys, Logan Paul and Punk, they were good, but it was just a little bit standard stuff, nothing too crazy said between either of them, in my opinion. Just kind of going back and forth. Good promos, though. I just don't know where they're going with Logan Paul. I think Punk has a little bit more of a direction with Elimination Chamber. I think it's a little bit more likely that Punk faces Roman and Seth in a triple threat. Maybe Punk even wins the Chamber. Logan is a little bit up in the air. I feel like there's a couple options for him too, but I'm a little undecided. There's also an option that Logan faces John Cena at WrestleMania. So, and again, it's another match that I'm honestly not dying for, but I can't rule it out as a possibility. Logan versus CM Punk. Put it on a PLE that isn't a big four if you're going to do it. I understand the marquee match that it could be Logan versus Punk, and I could see how that could sell some tickets, but I don't need that at Mania, the Rumble, SummerSlam. Throw that on a different PLE. Maybe that draws in some views. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I think it fits the bill for a Saudi show. I'm usually not too in favor of the Saudi shows, but if you're ever going to do it, Logan versus Punk, I think would be best suited there. And I'm just kidding. Punk ain't going to Saudi, guys. So I don't know when they do that match, but who knows? Maybe it is at WrestleMania 41. Now, there's a couple more things I do want to talk about briefly. Nothing too crazy to get into, but following the Logan Paul CM Punk segment, we did get a pretty stellar triple threat between Ludwig Kaiser, Pete Dunne, and Penta, the superstar that is Penta. And I'm glad to see them go the route they did go tonight. Penta didn't lose, but he didn't win. I didn't predict Penta taking a pin quite yet, but it is about time we mix it up a little bit. I love, love, love Ludwig Kaiser getting a big win tonight. I think that puts him up another level. You know, people might say, oh, it's a shame Pete Dunne took the pin, got the loss, but he's involved, you know, and that goes somewhere. That means something to a lot of these guys. That's a spotlight match for all three of them. They all showed out tonight, Penta, Ludwig, and Pete Dunne. So nothing to complain about there. I'm hoping for bigger and better things for Ludwig Kaiser. Hopefully post Mania 41. Penta, obviously, that guy's got talent through the roof. He's going to skyrocket. And then Pete Dunne, again, he's getting involved. He's been around more ever since the injury to Tyler Bate. He was off TV for a little bit. So as long as we're getting Pete Dunne on TV, I got nothing to complain about. And as long as we're getting the New Day on TV, I got nothing to complain about. Kofi and Woods, simple win over the LWO tonight. Dragon Lee makes the save after the match. Nothing too wild to talk about there, other than the fact that the New Day as heels, it's money. I absolutely love it. Want to see more of them. We got a Creed Bros versus War Raiders tag title match next week on Monday Night Raw. I don't quite know where that's going to go, but I am hoping to see the New Day get involved in the title picture soon, just as we saw Ivy Nile get involved in the women's intercontinental title picture again tonight. Dakota Kai against Lyra Valkyria. Standard match, nothing too crazy. Lyra gets the win. Ivy Nile comes out after the match and destroys Lyra, kind of cementing herself as, you know, number one contender again, coming after the championship, and I love to see it. We have discussed here a lot on C2 Wrestling that we want to see American made all hold championships. Put the IC title on Ivy Nile, put the tag titles on the Creed Bros. I think there's a couple avenues they can go with Chad Gable not being on TV right now. He can come back, and none of American Made has championships, and we get an even crazier version of Chad Gable. Or he comes back, and Ivy Nile has the IC title, and the Creed brothers haven't won the tag titles, and now the pressure's on them. Or maybe they all win championships. There's a few ways it can go here, but I'm loving the involvement with American Made. If it's up to me, you pull the trigger. Ivy Nile wins that IC championship. Maybe even at WrestleMania. I think you do it. Now, what is a C2 wrestling video if we don't talk about our boy, Gunther? Hit the pose. This is a Gunther Stan account, as some of you may know. Gunther comes out tonight. Pretty great segment for Gunther. I absolutely love it. Him handpicking an opponent in Akira Tozawa. Absolutely decimating him out there in the ring, choking him out. And then Otis comes out, makes the save for Akira. Gunther gets the advantage on Otis. And then we get the big babyface save from Jey Uso. It's going to be a lot of this. We already discussed this a little bit. You know, we want to see Gunther kicking the shit out of Jey every week. There's going to be a couple weeks in between where Jey maybe gets an upper hand. But it's going to be a lot of this for a few weeks. It's going to be Jey and Gunther kind of at odds, going back and forth until WrestleMania. And I'm here for it. Every single time Gunther is on TV, it is must-see TV. It is must-see wrestling. It's must-see promos. Everything he does truly is fantastic. I love seeing him have a match tonight, even though it's a small, nothing crazy match. Gunther is the world heavyweight champion type that doesn't have a match every week. You know, he wrestles at the bigger shows, the bigger PLEs. So getting him on a Monday Night Raw in ring, it's a little bit uncommon nowadays. So I think it's great, even though it wasn't some, you know, 10-minute, 20-minute banger. It was a little small thing with Akira, but there's a story being told there. And it's that Gunther is the greatest of all time. All right. Now, a couple more things just to briefly mention. We did get a small Sami Zayn promo talking about how he reconnected with Kevin Owens' mom. Sami Zayn also went to Kevin Owens' house, in which Kevin was not there, but his mother was there. And all this is very intriguing to me. I'm very much liking where the story is going between these two guys. They've been best friends, they've been at odds, they've been rivals, hated each other, and they're best friends again, and the cycle continues. An unsanctioned match between these two guys, it's looking like it's going to be the best match on the card, in my opinion, alongside a stacked elimination chamber for the men, a stacked elimination chamber for the women. And I'm looking most forward to this unsanctioned match. Kevin Owens just went head to head with Cody Rhodes in a ladder match. That was fantastic. We've seen Sami Zayn take on Johnny Knoxville in a street fight at WrestleMania, and it was fantastic. These two guys have gone head to head in similar matchups in ROH, and it's been nothing but spectacular. So I think we're going to get nothing but that here at Elimination Chamber. Some questions. Does Randy Orton show up? Does it lead to Owens Orton? Do we get Owens Sammy 2, 3, 4, whatever you want to call it at WrestleMania 41? There's a few ways they can go about this one, but I'm looking forward to it. And to cap it off, we have newly crowned women's tag team champions. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, capture gold, pinning Naomi and Bianca Belair in a pretty stellar tag team matchup to close the show. Fans were loving it in the arena. Seemed like a great match on TV. No complaints. I did think we were going to get Jade Cargill here. I didn't think she was going to disrupt the match. I thought it would be post match, but we didn't get that. And that's okay. We'll get it in the next coming weeks, I'm sure. Naomi, Bianca, Jade triple threat. Is that the route they're going there? I mean, the fans would love that. I think that fits the bill for WrestleMania. For a long while, it was Bianca versus Jade, but why not make it a triple threat between the three women? On the flip side, Judgment Day did just capture tag team gold, but that has not halted the dissension within the Judgment Day. Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio clearly at odds. Carlito caught in the middle. The women are doing their own thing in a way, so I don't know if the whole faction is going to totally split up, but is absolutely on the horizon, the end of the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio, on to great things. You know, he was involved tonight in helping Liv Morgan and Raquel win the tag team titles. So I think we might still see a little bit of a faction there. Maybe Finn Balor just kind of gets booted out of Judgment Day. Maybe Dom starts running the stable on his own. Maybe that's the whole storyline of Judgment Day, is that it started with Edge to Damian Priest to Finn Balor to Dominic. And then it's his stable. He brings in his guys. I think that's something that would pique my interest, something I want to see. Let me know what you guys want to see, not only from WWE, but here with C2 Wrestling. So much content coming your guys' way. I'm going to say it one last time. This Saturday, March 1st, Elimination Chamber. We will be here live on YouTube. Be sure to come hang out with your boys and have some fun. Follow us on all the social media as well, posting left and right. You guys got to know when we're dropping content, and the only ways are to follow us on social media and to subscribe to the channel, turn those notifications on, just like The Rock. 1, 2, 3, C2 Wrestling. As I hit my mic.